Congratulations, true master.
So after finally hitting Mastery Rank 30 for the first time, I wanted to make a guide for newer players and for those returning to the game trying to get back into the grind. And if I miss anything that you feel like I should be talking about in this guide, just leave it down in the comments so people can see it. One of the first things may seem very obvious, but can easily be overlooked, and that is the market. So when you're in the front of the orbiter, you know, you look to your right, you see this console where you can interact with it, the market. That's how you get the Warframe blueprints, but you still need to get the components, you know, you need to farm those. But weapons, on the other hand, there are a lot of weapons here that you could just make and you don't even need components. So if we take a look at Burstin, as a new player, I mean, you could definitely use this gun. Like, it's not bad early game. That's all the resources you need to make this. So you could just pay the credits, purchase it, and then now you can craft it. And let's see another one. Heck, go to the blueprint, see 25,000. A lot of this stuff you could just get from running missions. I didn't know about this early game, and I wish I did.
Emotional damage.
So if we go to Sobek, see another thing you could just build, and they also tell you where to get things here. So say Stalta, it'll say build requirements. You could just always look here. It'll tell you where exactly to get components. One thing I'll mention is do not buy these weapons with plat, is because you're gonna need that plat for weapon slots. Now, you could argue that you could level up a weapon and then sell it so you can make space for the new weapons. So if we take a look at Panthera, this one requires 2 weapons as part of the blueprint. I made this mistake, and then I had to craft the weapons again just so I could put them in the blueprint. So if you're gonna sell something, at least look on the wiki and make sure that it isn't used for any other like crafting blueprint. If you plan on playing Warframe for a long time, you are gonna run into an issue with weapon space. Save your plat for weapon slots. Once you start cranking out all these weapons and you keep building them, like, it's going to happen. So this weapon right here, you're gonna need to be in a clan so you could visit the dojo and then research all of this stuff. So I guess we could talk about that next. So how do you get into a clan? There's probably a lot of players out there, believe it or not, that still aren't in a clan. It's very easy. All you gotta do is go on this menu right here, go to communication, go to clan. So as soon as you click here, you'll be able to look up clans. It'll also tell you like prerequisites that you need, this and that. My advice is to find a clan that doesn't really have a prerequisite, so that way you can join and also take advantage of researching all the weapons that you need. Once you get accepted to a clan, it'll give you a clan key, and then you just craft it one time, then you'll have access to the dojo. So if we go to the world map here, so you'll see the dojo over here. Go inside. So once you're in the clan dojo, all you gotta do is press Q. It's this cool little shortcut that they have in the game now that I just barely learned about. But anyways, you press Q and you could see everything that you can navigate on that relay or clan or whatever else you're at. You wanna click Research Labs, check all of these. Tenolab, Energy Lab, Chem Lab, Biolab. So we're in the energy lab right now. You would just interact with the console. There are so many advantages to being in a clan. And just look at all this stuff you could research. It's insane. And then you could also get the field drawn. You want to make sure you craft these like every single day, because you are going to need this resource to craft a lot of these weapons. Ah, okay, so this is where you can get Vault? Yeah, you could literally just get some Warframe pieces from here. Look at this. Railjack. When you click that, the intrinsic, getting this to rank 10 will increase your MR. So all of this stuff right here. See, I only have this one at 10. And also, if you see right here, Ignis Wrath. My god, this gun is insane. You only need Mastery Rank 9. Majority of content, you can run Ignis Wrath. And if we take a look at my profile, you'll see that it is my most used gun for primaries. So next tip I'm going to talk about is Relics and Baro. If you go here, Void Fissures, you'll see that you could do these missions like Rescue, Exterminate, and Capture are some of the easier ones. So if I click this mission rescue, I'm not going to do it on Steel Path, but Prime parts, obviously important to the game because they're like powerful versions of regular weapons. You could also get Prime Warframes doing this. That'll go hand in hand with getting more Mastery rank, right? See, like Garuda Prime, I still don't have her. I need one more piece. But say you have duplicates, you could sell these, add a relay, and then you can use the ducats, which is the currency when you sell something, and bring that to Baro so you can buy some of his items. I'll show it on the screen. I also have the Tennokan items. Like, he has so much stuff. I must have burned through like 50,000 ducats. One more thing I want to mention about relic runs is if you are a new player, please make sure the enemies get corrupted before killing them. Or wait for them to pop, as I like to say. Sometimes I'll be standing by the first group waiting for them to pop, then a low-level player swooshes by with the Titania nuking everything. So if you don't want everybody to hate you in the squad, please stop doing this and wait for them to pop.
They're dropping reactant. Use it to crack open a relic.
Next thing I want to talk about is just like clearing the star chart. Clearing it all on normal gives you master rank, and then clearing it all on Steel Path also gives you master rank. Like even doing these junction things right here. Every time you clear one, see it'll give you like a blueprint.
What are you thinking about?
Completing junctions. See Ferris blueprint, you get some mods. You also get a pet. So that's why you want to be clearing the star chart on normal. Then you could start unlocking some of these areas. And there's one node in particular that everybody goes to grind their master rank, and that is Hydron. There is always squads going on Hydron. It doesn't even matter what time of day it is. You will always find a group. You definitely want to unlock this early game. And if you have somebody taxi you there, that's why I say join a clan. So that way you could talk to people. Or you could just go in alliance chat and just say, hey, can someone taxi me to Hydron? And you will get somebody to help you. Like, believe it or not. So now let's talk about events and invasions. Thermia fractures is always going on. If you're a new player, you could easily just do that and get the Optic Core Vandal. So you also get some nice mods from here, the Amalgam mods. They're like variations of the regular mods like Shotgun Barrage, Serration. I use Amalgam Serration, so you definitely want to take advantage of any live events that you see. You also have invasions that'll give you components or blueprints for weapons. You have to do these invasions to get them. Another event that always seems to be going on all the time is the Nightwave. You do these challenges, and then you get rewarded with this credit. I would suggest getting something like Vauban. See, right here you could get the Vauban chassis, the Vauban systems, and the Vauban neuroptics. And this will refresh every week, so you want to make sure you're checking this weekly, because there are weapons here that you can only get in the Nightwave. Another thing you should do as soon as possible when you're like a new player is the quests, because a lot of these quests will give you blueprints for Warframes. And you could find this by interacting with the codex. So you see the quest right here. You want to make sure you complete all of these. It will take you a long time to do it. I don't even think you could do it in one day, all of these. Some of them will take you like more than an hour. It is very time consuming, but you'll see if you click on it, you can get Warframe blueprints, and you're also gated to certain content until you complete some of these quests. So that's why you want to complete these as early as possible. So one you want to make sure you definitely do is the Duviri Paradox. By doing this, you're going to get access to a new area in Warframe, and there's like a mode that goes with it. So the circuit. Let's do normal first. It'll let you choose between 3 Warframes. My recording got messed up, so it basically showed like Ash, Frost, and Nyx. And the great thing about this mode is it basically allows you to get the Warframe once you complete it. So you'll see tier 2, you get the Neuroptics. Then you go to 5, you get the Frost Chassis. You go to 8, you get the Frost Systems, and then you could get the Warframe at 10. Now let's do Steel Path. So Steel Path is how you unlock all the Incarnon, and again, because my recording got messed up, I couldn't show my 2 choices, but I pretty much picked the Skana and the Leto. The reason why you want to get these Incarnon pieces is because they'll give you additional mastery rank. So if I go on my Torrid, and I go over here, you'll see it has these evolutions. See, here's the first one. And then you get the second one, the third, and the fourth. Every time you unlock an evolution, you're getting additional mastery rank. Another thing you'll have to do to boost your mastery rank is farm for warframes and weapons. A lot of bosses are most likely going to have either some type of weapon or some type of warframe. You need to go on Warframe wiki, so that way you don't waste your time thinking, oh, does it drop here? Does it drop like on this node, this and that? Like, just go on Warframe wiki so you know exactly where it drops. So if I look up Rhino, it'll tell me that you have to defeat the Jackal on Fossa Venus. So if we go to Fossa Venus, see, that's the Jackal. Very easy boss. It even has an open squad right now, but this is how you would get Rhino, and he only drops 3 things. So the systems, the neuroptics, and the chassis. So each of them have their percentage on how often they'll drop. Sometimes you may get lucky and get it on your 3rd mission, but other times it may take you 10 plus runs. It just depends on how lucky you are, and you will be doing a lot of that throughout this game, because you just want to try to get as many warframes, as many weapons as possible, so that way you could just start getting your mastery rank up. Next thing I want to talk about is all of the player hub areas. So, you know, like Cetus on Earth, you go to like Fortuna, there's Zaramon, you know, and then there's Deimos as well. So all of these are going to be very important for getting your mastery rank. So take Fortuna, for example. When you go in there, there'll be an NPC where you can like make MOAs, the hounds, and then you can guild them. And then by getting a max rank, you're going to be getting mastery rank. You can also build the kick gun as well. And then in Earth, you could build the Zaws, which are melee weapons, and those you could just craft. So again, a lot of these, you need to guild them in order to get that full mastery rank. You could also make the amps as well for your operator. And then Deimos. You can make the void rigs. You could also get those pets there as well. There's the Vulpaphyla, and then there's the Predicite. So all of those will give you mastery rank. And a great way to tell if you need something ranked up is go to your profile, go to equipment, and it'll tell you exactly what you need. Like, I use this page a lot, and it did help me to get to mastery rank 30 when I needed stuff. So like primary, look at it. See, I am missing a lot of prime weapons right now. I have all of the robotic stuff. So like K-Drive, the Void Rig stuff, arc guns as well. So definitely use your profile as a try to gauge where you're at, so it can tell you what you're missing, because you may think you have something ranked up, but if it's not highlighted here, then you don't have it ranked up. I guess we could talk about the Syndicate. So if you go over here to this panel, you'll see there's a thing called Syndicates. So if you click that, these can give you a chance for like getting weapons and stuff, but you could also get parts for arc guns. Like right here, all of these are arc gun pieces. So the Carrion, Phaedra, Corvus, Syngus, and then you could also get Warframe augment mods as well. So, but if you have a low level, you could always just buy these from players. Usually they're selling around like 10 plat per augment, so that is pretty cheap. I figured I'd just mention this anyway, because not everybody's going to have plat to burn, but for those who do, you want to go on Warframe Market, and you can get just about anything in the game from that site. As long as it has the tradable symbol on that item, you can buy it on Warframe Market. So if you guys have never used Warframe Market, I'm going to show you how easy it is to use. So I need the Garuda Prime Systems, right? So I'm going to type that in, Garuda Prime Systems. So now what I'm going to do is look up the cheapest. So right here, you want to make sure the arrow is pointed up. So that way it goes from lowest on the top, and then it'll start going highest based on the people online in game. So right here, this guy has it for 49. Copy and paste this. Like if you're on console, I think you're going to have to type it all out. I'm not really sure how that works for console, but for PC, you could just copy and paste it. Now you just go to the text box right here and you do Control V, which is to paste it. And then you press enter. And then hopefully I get a response here. And then they're going to go to the trading kiosk, see trade, and then just make sure, so 49 plat. So 49 plat. Let me see Garuda Prime Systems. Just make sure everything is in order. And then you just accept. The only way you're gonna get screwed out of a deal is if you're not paying attention. That is how easy it is to get parts in this game. So obviously you guys want to wait until this gets rushed. Don't spend 25 plat to rush this, but for the sake of the video, I just want to start this Warframe. Because they take 3 days to get done. And that I am not going to spend 50 to get that done. So, and that is it. I tried to put everything that I know about Master Rank. Yes, it's not going to be 100% every single thing in the game, but just think about all the stuff you can equip and use, like Railjack, the Duviri stuff with your Drifter Operator, pets, like K-Drive, Void Rigs, weapons, primaries, secondaries, melee, all of that stuff all ties in with Master Rank. If you enjoyed this guide, don't forget to like and subscribe, because I'm going to be making more Warframe content in the future, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.